Last week in Edmonton, we saw Andrew Moore, Jim Ifko, and Molson team member Andrea Strain move up the standings, while Western Division leader Karen Cudmore slipped back. Her fall on Moxie dropped the horse rider team from 1st to 12th place, while her 9th place finish on Southern Pride has opened the door. The leaderboard is ready to change. And this week we'll track 3 riders who are out to change it. Former Olympian John Anderson, his wife Tanny Anderson, and rookie Kristin Russell, each within striking distance of first place in the Kubota Cup Western Canada Division.
You ought to know the things I see. Come along for the ride. You'll see it all when you're with me.
If a rider distinguishes himself on this series, it can be a key stepping stone to going to the Olympics.
We're back in Edmonton, City of Champions.
This is the second stop in the Kubota Western Swing.
Well, it looks like it's getting a little tougher than it was in Brandon.
John Anderson's here, Lisa Carlson, Eddie Mackham, the famous Irish rider, myself, that's kind of the old guard.
We have a lot of West Coasters out here now.
Andrea Strain is always a good competitor. Gary Brewster is always really good.
Jim Ifko's here with his horse Freddie.
Even my trainers, John and Tanny Anderson, they all have competed a lot in their lives, and they've all done extremely well, and I think for me starting out it's going to be a little challenging.
I'm actually looking not too bad for the Kubota Cup standing because I'm 6th, but Karen Cudmore's here, and it's going to be tough enough tomorrow. So
The track here in Edmonton is outside on a big green grass field, which I think plays to my advantage because my horse is smaller, so I need to get a bit of more of a gallop.
I expect the course to be pretty difficult here this week. Peter Holmes is a great course designer, and he knows all the riders, and that really helps when you're building a course for a good Grand Prix event like this.
He's a great judge of horses and the type of course to set that's very reasonable but yet very difficult.
The rider competes against both the other competitors and the course designer.
It's going to be a Grand Prix course, 12 obstacles, triple combination, double combination. It's a maximum test for the horse's rider's skills.
I could not imagine a better start to my career. It started off great, and I've had results in every Grand Prix I've done so far. And then now I'm sitting 4th in the Kubota thing, which is pretty amazing too.
Meet Kristin Russell, an 18-year-old rookie sitting in 4th place after a remarkable finish at the Kubota Cup Grand Prix in Brandon, Manitoba, in only her 3rd Grand Prix.
I am here with my trainers, John Anderson and Tanny Anderson, and I've been with them for 7 months now. Since I moved to John decided that I should move up to Grand Prix, and that's how it's been ever since.
All through Alberta, I've seen her in the junior ranks, and she always struck me as a real talented young rider.
As a competitor, I get really nervous. So walking into the ring is pretty nerve-wracking for me. After the first Grand Prix at Spruce Meadows, I came out and I was shaking, and John had to ask me to dismount because he thought I was going to faint. In lessons, my hands will even fall asleep because I just get that nervous. And then in Brandon, when I walked the course, I went completely silent, and John knew that I was getting pretty nervous then.
Kristin will be looking a little pale-faced, if you will. Then it's our job to step in there and say, come on, Kristin, lighten up. I mean, don't take it so seriously. This week has been involved with a lot of media because there's a lot of positive things happening with the Kubota Cup Series. So the media's been in there, and she's going to have to deal with that. She's never had to deal with that yet. That's a big challenge, and I think that's probably her biggest challenge this week.
What we will be working on the most with her is dealing with the cameras and the nerves. And I think if we can just keep her calm and focused on the job at hand, I think she's going to be great.
It makes me feel more important, I guess. It feels kind of cool. I've never had this experience before, so for sure it makes me a little nervous. My horse is Lucky 7, and we call her 7 in the barn, and she's an 11-year-old Danish mare. She is the veteran out of the 2 of us. She's quite calm, so it kind of works together.
You try to mount the student with the horse that has already done it, been there. So when she makes mistakes, 7 will go, oh, and help her out. And you want that. I mean, she needs to go in there and clock some time in, but
For being a new rider, that helps and gives me confidence that she's able to take over and sense that I'm nervous. Usually the rider has to calm the horse. Her strengths are that she's very confident and she's got a big stride and she can cover ground well and she's got scope. So her one weakness would be that she doesn't always see the back rails on oxers. Oxers are the jump with 2 rails on them that have width to them, and so sometimes she doesn't always make it across the width and she comes down on the back one.
This probably will make her look down towards it, and then she won't probably look for the back rail, so it'll be a bit of a stretch when she sees it.
Here there's like Jonathan Asselin and Karen Cudmore, Ian Miller is here, and even my trainers John and Tanny Anderson. Most of them are former Olympians and it's a little tough to compete against them.
In some ways, Kristin also has, which I will remind her, the least pressure because she is the rookie.
Wednesday night, Kristin and 7 hit the open welcome, a class that lets the horse and rider ease into the week's progressively harder competitions. It's a tough ride. The team finishes 27th, with 7 having trouble at the oxer, as predicted.
She jumped it really well, and I think just for her coming to that last combination, I rode into a little bit too quiet, and the last oxer is quite wide, so she just didn't stretch that far, and we had that one down. So.
Thursday afternoon, the press conference. Thursday night, the ATCO Cup.
Do you know when you go yet? You go 23rd. Okay, I go first. God, you don't even get to get up until then. I'm done both of mine. That's Kristin getting all worried. Wanting to know when she goes.
A long day and tough course leads to a respectable 14th place finish.
She had one down, and it was for sure her mistake. It's a little bit of inexperience. You know, if she just made her mind up earlier which one to take, she would have been clean. But she jumped great.
With all the media here and everything, it's a little more nerve-wracking, but I think I'll be able to handle it okay.
Oh, Kristin was very nervous today. Part of it becoming a good rider, you got to learn to deal with it.
I feel very proud of Kristin, and I am very excited for her, and I want her to I'd love her just to win the whole thing, too.
If I won here, I think it would be amazing. I think I'd be completely shocked, for one, because I don't really think that, considering my level, and that I think I should be the winner, I think it wouldn't totally be fair, I don't think.
You know, saying something like if she won the Kubota, it would be unfair to other riders, that just makes me laugh. And I said, why, Kristin, if you win, you deserve to win. God.
I think I need to be a little more confident and believe that I can do it and that I eventually will be just as good as the rest of them, and I have to start somewhere. Coming into this class tomorrow, I'm a little nervous because my week has been going up a little up and down, and I think having cameras in my face is a little new to me, so we'll see how it goes.
It's Saturday. The Kubota Cup Grand Prix is just hours away.
I'm going to see my mom and John compete.
For John, it's been a solid week. Mario's in good form, and both are feeling confident. Same for Tanny and Galantel. While for Kristin and 7, some decent rides have been delivered in the face of mounting pressure.
This is easily the toughest track of the week. It's got triple combination, straight line, and finishing with a double.
The course looks pretty good, actually. It's a little more technical than the other days, so it should be a little bit more difficult, but we'll go out there and try our best. So, yeah, I'm feeling okay for now.
Finally, it's Kristin's turn. With crowds and cameras looking on, the attention may prove to be an oxer in itself. Final result, 4 rails down, 16 jumping faults.
I wasn't really that happy with my performance today. I was okay riding in, and then I think it just started hitting me. Just after, once the first one came down, I started giving up and just kind of but downhill from there, I guess. But I guess that you have to go in and try a few times, and you have to fail like a few times before you can succeed, so this will be one of my failing points.
Jump great. Right? Don't forget. Okay, now this is the time where you got to get to go make a smile here, okay? You don't have watery eyes to the camera. Well, you were great though. It's a learning experience. It's a tough thing out there. Kristin had a good week. I mean, this is part of show jumping. You have to learn to deal with all the media, the press, and all that stuff that goes along with the sport. And I think the pressure got to her a little bit, but it's going to make her a better rider in the long run.
With no clear rounds, John, Tanny, and Kristin watch Frank Sellinger and Tammy Phillips battle it out in the jump-off. Both are clear, but Tammy wins with a faster round by just under 2 seconds.
Fabulous. My horse is brilliant.
Final standing. Tammy Phillips and Lucas move into first place with 330 points. 10 points behind, Karen Cudmore and Southern Pride. John moves up to third place with Tanny just 4 points behind. And with Kristin finishing out of the ribbons, she drops from 4th to 5th place in the Kubota Cup's Western Division.
For the next Kubota, I'll have a lot of practice going to Spruce Meadows. I'll be there all summer, so I'm hoping to gain a whole lot of confidence and be ready for the next one.
Next week, the Kubota Cup Canadian Show Jumping Series shifts to Ottawa, Ontario, where Mike Grenier, Allison Moore, and Ainsley Vince will kick off the Eastern Division with the Big Bend Memorial Grand Prix. Make sure you're along for the ride.
And I'm believing that somebody's gonna fall. For the first time in a long time, it won't be.
The ride today went well. I was happy. I had 4 faults. I'm sitting 4th overall, so I feel pretty good going into Richmond. And I also felt great having family together on such a nice sunny day.
You won't see me or hear me until it